Courses here requires a pre-request, right? It's better to reach out to your coordinators of your course. If you're trying to copy from somewhere, think twice because you may get zero because of that. Hi, hello everyone, this is Krishna. Welcome to my YouTube channel Canada Krishna. Let's start our video today. Today our video is going to be all about Canadian education system and how they are going to grade and all those stuff, right? We are going to discuss everything related to the examinations, assignments and all those details. The reason why I'm trying to make this video is we recently completed our first semester in Canada. So I just want to explain what all we've gone through the first semester. I think it will be a really good insight for us because the exams, how they conduct in Canada, right? It's completely, or most of the times it is different from India. So I'm trying to explain all the details before you coming, right? So that you get an idea, picture how Canadian education works compared to an Indian education system. So keep watching, let's go into the video. So before starting the video, I think we have crossed 225 subscribers. That's a really good thing. Though it's a small number, I feel like, everything starts from there. So thanks all you for your support. Most of the universities or college, when you're starting as a first semester, right, what they ask us to do is that they ask us to go through the courses, what you need to register and register them. That's like you don't know anything, you need to go through the university website or what are the minimum criteria and what are the courses they are offering, right, for that particular semester. Say for example, we came for the fall semester 2022. So what happened is that back in India, when we were there, we were asked to register the courses in the online itself. So it completely depends which course you want to take in that semester. So make sure you take the courses accordingly. Please keep in mind that all the courses cannot be registered in all the semesters. So some particular courses are exclusively for winter and exclusively for fall, that kind of things. So make sure you have those things sorted out. And most of the courses here requires a pre-request, right? So what happens is that basic courses, they doesn't need any pre-request, whereas for the few courses you actually need to complete 2 or 3 courses and only then you can take that course. So that's like, it doesn't happen back in India, but you guys need to understand that there are most of the times courses have the pre-request. So you need to try to complete the pre-request basic courses, then jump into the advanced level of courses. So in case of the pre-request, right, if you are struggling with the pre-request, you are not quite sure what is the pre-request and what is like doesn't need any pre-request, right, I would suggest you to go through your department coordinators. Every department of their university or college has their own coordinators where they can guide you what kind of courses will be discussed in which semester, right? So those kind of information cannot be given by any other person like me. You need to go through your university's seniors, or it's better to reach out to your coordinators of your course. Once you start registering the courses from the university portal, right, you will get a mail that these are the courses you registered, and sometimes they also send a mail stating that your timetable, right, what kind of, like, say for example, Monday, these 2 days you have a class, and rest of the these days you have other classes and all those stuff. So once you get that timetable, it is like your fixed schedule now. So most of the times you will be having classes in those particular days and those particular timings. So all the universities and colleges have their own educational learning platform. Say for example, we have in one a Brightspace. Brightspace is where all the professors submit all their required documents and all those details related to the learning logs, all those things in the that particular Brightspace under their own course. Say for example, we took a strategy as a course. So what happens is that the professor who is teaching the strategy, he or she tries to keep all the details related to the course in that particular educational learning folder. So there you can go through what all he or he kept in that particular, right, you can start reading, and you can find if at all a class completes, right, everything will be stored there, all the slides and all. If you want to go through, you can go through them, and if something needs to be updated by the professor, they will give the timestamp and date, and then they will explain the announcement they have. Say for example, in coming week's class we are going to discuss something about the case study or something. So that kind of things will be explained by the professor before the class, so it becomes easy for all the students. They go through the Brightspace and then go to the class so that they have some understanding what's going to be discussed in the class. There will be two kinds of exams, as we already know. One will be like an in-person exam where you should be present in the class to give the examination, whereas the other exam would be an online exam. So what happens is that in the physical exam, we all know that it's actually a strict exam. How it happens, professor will not only be there, he will bring some 2 or 3 extra students like a TA, and they will start roaming towards the class, and they make sure that they don't copy and all. And also to let you know guys, copying doesn't happen in Canada or somewhere in US also. So the reason behind it is, come on guys, you are all graduates now. They're not expecting a cheating from you right now. So it's like you will lose your reputation if you're trying to cheat, right? So that's the reason most of the graduates, they study and go, they don't cheat at all. Whereas in the online examinations, we have two kinds of online examinations. One is like, for our stats course, there was an exam like 24 hours exam. It's an open book exam. You guys may think what's difficult about the 24 hours exam. You have 24 hours, you start searching everything and bring together. It's not at all possible guys. The question is framed in such a way that you cannot even find it in the Google. You need to understand the subject, to write down the concepts, and to figure out the whatever professor has given as a question, right? You need to understand it properly. You can search as a parts, but you cannot search it as a whole question, and it becomes really difficult. Believe me if I say it's really difficult. It is. And it takes actually 24 hours to complete the examination. Most of the people don't even sleep those days, so they start working on the assignment. Though it is an open book assignment, it needs a lot of struggle to be done to keep all the assignment together and submit it. That's one kind of exam. There is another kind of exam which they will give you like a 4 to 5 days time, in which that's a timeline where you can open the examination. If you open the exam, you cannot close it and open it again. It's like 2 hours time frame. You need to complete in between the 2 hours. So those kind of exams are also there. So those are the two kinds of online examinations we might have in the universities. So once the exams is done, right guys, what a professor and a TA's teaching assistants will do is that they will go through your assignment, or they will go through your examination, and they will come back with the marks. In sometimes it takes a days, sometimes it takes a weeks. It completely depends on the course, number of people you have, and the professor, how they want to release the marks. So they will also let you know why they are deducting the marks, right? It's not like you got deducted for this and all. They will exactly let you know what points they're expecting and what you didn't bring it in the exam. So those kind of things will be mentioned, and they will deduct accordingly the marks. It is not like whatever mark you get is the mark, but you can also get back to the professor and discuss about your mark, and find something if at all something went wrong. But most of the times that's going to be your mark. You cannot reach out to professor asking for more extra marks and all those stuff. Whatever is the mark is the mark. But some cases there are chances that you might get 1 or 2 marks. Till now we have discussed all the details related to the registration process, how exams will be conducted, how professors will look into the examinations. And now we are going to discuss how the classes are conducted, right? So in universities we have only 2 hours per course per week. Say for example, you have a stats course registered for this semester. You will have only 2 hours per that course per week, right? You will say for example, if the class is from evening 4 to 5 to 6, you have a 2 hours class on Monday, and the whole week you will not have any stats class again. You will have the next stats class in the same Monday 4 to 6. So that's how it works like. So what they will do is that they cannot go through the course all as a brief we do in India. They actually will let you know what needs to be studied, and they will bring the slides and they will explain the topics just like that. And what they expect from you guys is that you actually go through the textbooks as well as in the other materials and get idea about the concepts. So it's not that easy guys. It takes time to understand the course. Usually it takes like 4 to 5 hours per every course if they want to go through all the week's material, right? That's how the time is. And most of the students, they don't have that kind of time. If they register for 3 courses, oh my god, it's going to be 15 hours a week. That's like difficult. So the classes are not taught as depth as Indian classes which we get. They are just taught on like a brief understanding. That's it. They will just leave you like that, and they expect you to go through all those struggle. What I felt is a good thing is that most of the professors, they don't stick for the textbook. They ask us to do the research part as well. Say for example, they are teaching something about the global warming. They don't want to even going through the textbook is fine. For getting really good marks for the assignments and all, they will ask you to go through the websites, journals and other ways, and you need to project them in your assignment to make it much like you made really hard work for that, right? So that's how professors expect in Canada. I've also felt like discussing one of the controversial topic that most of the students, right, once they come into Canada, they feel like they are not quite aware of the plagiarism. Plagiarism is actually a thing here. They consider a lot about the plagiarism. Plagiarism is like, if at all you are trying to take the information from the website and you're trying not to give the source of it, or if you're just copying and pasting from any other websites, they will have this softwares where they run this your test paper, and if at all they come to know that you copied from some website, it is actually considered as an plagiarism. Also, if you're trying to cheat from some other guys, right, say for example your classmate is there and you're trying to cheat, you're trying to take some from his work and try to portray as your work, then you both guys will be considered as plagiarism and you both will be given 0 mark. So it's you need to understand that plagiarism is a really tough thing. Professors consider this a lot, so you need to do your own work. Your own effort is required to submit an assignment. If you're trying to copy from somewhere, think twice, because you may get 0 because of that. All these are the things which I felt like which are quite different from India compared to Canadian education system. Or I tried to keep all together as an video. I think this video will be really helpful for you guys, whoever try to come to Canada or whoever is like just want to know how the Canadian education system works. So hopefully, if at all you like the video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It takes really lot of time to make a video, so please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until the next video, take care, bye.